Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers and the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. This is video 5 in our series of faded denim, and it's my design team project for Collage Type for the month of July of 2022. Let me move my notes over here. I get very disoriented when things are not where they're supposed to be. You guys didn't know that though, right? With my orderly disorder, right? All right, well, we can remove this. We know it's video 5. I have to keep everything sorted because I kind of set pages aside ahead of time to build. So what we're going to do on this one was my own idea, and I decided that I want to make a side tuck out of these coin envelopes. And I cut the flaps off because I was going to leave the flap on and have you lift it up and then the card would be there. But then I realized it made them way too long. You know what I mean? I'd have to just line them up 1, 2, 3, and I don't really want to do that. So this is the paper that we're working with. And we can set these aside for right now. Those are going to be for cards. And so what we're going to do first is we're going to decorate the last one of these. Now, my collages are orderly disorder. I'm sorry, I've tried so hard to try to be random. And the denunciation or denunciation, which is part of the word denounce. I have denounced disorder in my brain for some reason, and it's very hard for me to do random things. I don't know why. It's just the way I am. And so if any of you have seen my collages, other than these little deals here, you'll know that they all are made with straight lines. I actually cut my pieces when I make my collages. And believe it or not, they do not look the same. They all look very different, actually. There's all different kinds of lines and squares and different things that you can do. Let's do this one like this. It doesn't matter, really. Move that down there a little bit, because our picture's going to be over part of it. So I just don't want the area above the whatchamacallit to be empty. Let's see if that's going to stick down or if I need to just tear it off. Well, so far it looks like it's going to stick down. Okay, and then we've got these washies. And what I've been doing is I've been doing this little pinstripe to kind of keep it cohesive. I know. You don't have to tell me. I know. But even though they're random, they're actually not. I like the one with the bigger dictionary section better. So I'm going to do this one like that as well. And then this one will be the middle one that's different. Orderly disorder. And so I have been doing really good about not putting words at the bottom. Can I still slide it? Nope. Okay. So much for orderly disorder. I'll put this blue pinstripe across the bottom. Now it doesn't really matter where it ends. I did make sure the end was torn on all of them. Okay. Give me a hard time. You can give me a hard time if you want. Just wrap that around, whatever's extra. Then I've been just taking birds at random. Yes, at random. And sticking them down. I'm trying to cover most of the area though. The only problem is that the birds are pretty much see-through. So on camera it may not be easy to see them. So put them on here. And the rule of odds means we need one more. And put it there. And that'll be 5. And we're going to take, of course, an odd number of these. Remembering that the pocket is going to cover here. Well, I guess I gave that away. And I really like this brown washi. It's got a little plaid on it. And this is plaid. So I'm very happy. I'm happy with the non-matching matching. Okay. So we got that. I've got all kinds of washi out, you guys. You wouldn't believe it. We've been using washi throughout this whole project, and I'm going to use it throughout the rest as well. Now, I've inked this already, and we're going to set it down here. We're going to put it on as a pocket. So let's glue it on 3 sides. And it's printed on both sides because these came on a paper that also had bigger cards. Plus, you never know when you might want to use these as little tucks inside of a spot. This one I did all the way over, and I'm not happy with that at all. Kind of just not happy with that one in general, to tell you the truth. But it is what it is. The center one's different, then let it be different. There we go. Didn't think I was ever going to get that on. Okay. These are our little tucks for our pockets. It doesn't matter whether we put them in now or not. I don't want to do that. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this blue piece of paper and we're going to put these on here, but we're not going to make a complete like belly band side tuck deal. What we're going to do is we're going to cut this down. At first I was going to use the flaps and have 3 flip-ups, but then I would have had to use magnets. As you open and close the book, they would have just flopped, especially with a card inside that made them heavy, and I didn't really want to use 6 magnets. So that's another idea that you can use if you can figure out a way to make them stay shut other than using magnets. You could use little Velcro dots if you didn't mind having the dot. Okay, let's make it about this wide. I want to make it sturdy enough to hold the envelopes. Almost tempted to go with that one. No, because I want to make them that over there. So we're going to, let's go ahead and cut this the height of the paper so we don't get ahead of ourselves and put the envelopes. It's not going to stay this high, but I have a feeling that with the size of these envelopes that it might. So what I want to do is I want to put the bird envelopes, the coin envelopes, I want to put one like this, one like this, and show the little bit of blue in between, and one like this. And then this will be our tuck. Now, I don't want this one that far out. So we don't need to have that much blue at the top and the bottom, so we'll cut it off down here. Oops, that's what the piece tape's for, Terry, to tell you where the bottom is. So we'll cut this off about here, but we're going to put the envelopes on first. So let's glue this one on. About the width of the tuck. Okay. I should have cut them down further because the pocket's underneath a little bit. There's a little bit of a lip. Okay. So I want to put this one, leave just a little bit of the blue showing. And I want to put it straight. It seems straight. The problem is this blue isn't straight. Don't tell anybody. Then I want to put this one with a little bit of the blue showing. Let's see how much blue we need or can use. Alright, that seems about right. Looks like we are going to use the whole blue almost. I'm going to have to cut a little bit off the top to make it even. This one is still going to be glued pretty much to the tuck spot. Whoa. Got a little crazy there. Start spreading glue around. So I want this one out just a little bit. So I didn't want to just line them all up and say, look, here's a tuck. And then we'll bring this one out to about here. And they'll all still be anchored enough. That they'll be fine. Now, we're going to get done with this page really quick. So I'm going to put you on pause. I'm going to try to get another page in. So, well, we're going to cut the cards for this one. That may take us a bit of time. Let's move this in some more. Make it straighter. Okay, and then let's cut a smidge off the top, just 1/8 of an inch off the top. Is that about the same? Yeah. So we'll position it in the middle of the page. And we're going to make it into a tuck. Okay, it was coming loose. So we're going to glue it like this. And down here, and across here. Stuck my finger right in the glue right there. Okay, I'm going to flip it back over. Then we're going to center it. And we're going to put it down. Now this is obviously going to have to go on a right-hand sided page so that we can take the cards in and out. If you put it on a left side page in your book, then you won't be able to get the cards in and out. Okay? So for the little cards, which are going to be kind of fun to make, I thought we would use this. And it's got writing paper on the back. Yeah. I knew that was going to be a challenge. Okay. I think I'm going to cut this brown off the bottom first. In fact, I'm going to cut the thing off here too. And my blade went flying out. I'm just beating up my paper trimmer, aren't I? Okay. Let's try that again. Yeah, I'm really sorry I didn't see that until afterwards. However, I just realized once we get one, we'll have all three, won't we? Well, that wasn't quite as dramatic as I thought it was going to be. May have it stick out that far, and I'll tell you why here in just a sec. And then we'll cut the other two. Thought I was going to have to finagle around with that a little bit more, to tell you the truth. Really didn't think it was going to be quite that easy. I don't think we're going to have time for another page, to tell you the truth. But let's make sure. Oh, for goodness sake. Okay. Okay. So let's make this one. So now once we cut the width, we'll have the width for the other one as well. So then we won't only have to worry about cutting the height. You know what? These have brown in the corner. There's brown in that corner. Let's cut the height from that side. Oh, well, it won't be in the bottom corner, will it? So I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, let's double check that these are all the same size. Okay, now let's get out the corner rounder. And I think we're going to use the 1/4 inch. And I'm just going to do, no, I'm just going to do the front 2 corners. So they're almost more like bookmarks than cards. I thought it would look nicer. Get ahead of myself here talking, and then I munch a corner. There we go. So we need to ink these. It's so hot in here. Well, it seems hot. It isn't really hot. It's only 77 in here. But it's 92 degrees outside. This is Seattle, Washington. No one has air conditioning. So I've got everything shut up. I had the door open when it was in the upper 50s with the fan blowing the cold air in. I was freezing. But it paid off today. Now I've got a fan blowing in the living room to keep the air circulating so it doesn't just get stagnant and get hot. And it's pretty nice in the living room. Definitely cooler than in here. I've got one big light on over that way to balance out these 3 lights. I've got one that's tilted kind of funny, and if I move it, it's going to break. So I don't want to break my big LED circle light. That one that you can see the reflection of right there. Oh, right there. I'm pointing in the opposite end because I forgot. I have to film the camera upside down to make it look right side up to you. So, you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean, Jelly Bean? I could have just said, I'll ink one and do the other 2 off camera, but then guess who would have forgotten to go back and do it? Me. So you're stuck with me doing these 3 cards really quickly. But anyway, we have a heat advisory because no one has air conditioning in Seattle. And it's been in the low 90s for the last 3 days. So if you're an elderly person in an apartment with no air conditioning, then that could be big trouble for you. Somebody with medical issues, something like that. So we all have to keep an eye out, keep an eye on our neighbors and make sure they're safe. Nothing like gluing your pin to your beads. How long did it take me to finish that sentence? Okay, so then we'll have a card in here, or a tag. and then a tag in here. And then a tag in here. You can get these things open to go right in. So we have a tag in here, and each one of these, we have a little pocket with a little ticket in each one. Now we're going to make a large card, a large writing card to go underneath. I know. Who comes up with these crazy ideas? I don't think that this envelope was made even in the width. You know, they're factory made, so. Okay, so now all we need to do is fit it. Did I glue the top and the bottom? I did, didn't I? I did. I don't need the top and the bottom to be glued. It has to be a tuck. Good old Fabri-Tac, right? So we'll leave those turned up until the glue dries on both ends. And then we'll bone folder those puppies back down. Okay. So I want to save the bird. Save the birds. So we're going to put it underneath. So we're going to need to, let's see, do I want the card to show above and below? Yes. So I might actually, how is that possible? Oh, that's right. This one was an offcut where I had made a mistake. So then we just want it to be about this wide. And it's time to change videos. Hold on just 1 second. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut this off. I think we're safe on this glue. Try to peel it off if I could, but I'm just making this worse. So, let's see. Still trying to stick together. Fine. All right, I'll curl them down later. And I learned my lesson about cutting off camera. Leaning over sideways is not conducive to cutting a straight line. Oh, did I tell you about the new word I learned, which was denitrification, and then I never told you what that meant. And it means taking the nitrogen out of something. I could possibly be repeating myself. Getting a little forgetful in my old age. I have a birthday coming up in a month, so I'm allowed to say that. Yeah. That'll work just nicely. this around the corners. I love the bird on this page. It's a good thing you guys can't see me because I have my hair up in a ponytail and this old raggedy white men's V-neck t-shirt on, like a Hanes. In fact, it is a Hanes that I swiped from my ex. I have like 3 or 4 of them. And, yeah. And my pajama bottoms. So I'm basically doing this in my jammies, I would have to say. I did have it on when I took a nap a while ago. Oops. Because it's later in the day than I usually record. I usually record, as you know, anywhere to 3:30 to 7:30 in the morning, something like that. Sometimes later. My neighbor gets up and goes to work at 3:30, so now I don't feel bad for recording so early. Can't help it, I wake up really early. Okay. Little ticket, get in there straight. What is up with these little non-cooperative tickets? Look at that. Isn't that funny? Okay. Yeah, let's put... It's just weird. Must be the way how much glue I used. Duh, it's because the envelopes are going out. Okay. So then we'll put this card in here. We'll have this page done. Okay, and that's page number 5. So I think we're going to leave this one a short one, and then the next thing that we'll have is the flip through, and that will be video 6, and then you'll see the complete small book that that I made using the other pages, these pages here. I'm not going to use all of them at all. It's going to stay really small. And it's going to have a very small little cover, and it'll be sweet. Be a sweet little book. Okay, so that's it for this video. I will see you in the next video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye.